All right, welcome back to BeerFormers. This is our 24th episode. Still going strong. We have 248 subscribers as of right now. Let's get to 250 at least. Before we get to our 25th episode, a quarter of a century episode.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So tonight our episode is brought to you courtesy of the lovely Noelle here. She requested this last time. She goes,
listening to me.
I'm going to do something different. And we've tried to do something different every time. But she says, I had this one toy set in the corner, and she said, essentially, paraphrasing heavily here, why don't we do that one? And so I wore my Batman Beyond shirt tonight in honor of this because we are doing Batman tonight.
Woo!
Now, there are no official Batman Transformers.
Really?
Okay, there are Marvel Transformers that existed several years ago. I've got all those.
That's not Batman. Batman's DC.
Batman is DC. Very good.
I know that because I'm married to him.
Nerd alert. Yeah, but several years ago, I guess it was like 2000, 6-ish or so.
Yeah.
And I know it was about the time we had our second daughter. There were shortly after that, you could go to a store and you could buy Marvel, what they call crossovers. They started off with Star Wars crossovers. There were Star Wars Transformers too. That was sold pretty well, so they did the Marvel crossovers. But to date, DC Comics has not done a collaboration with Hasbro to have
It would be
official
so cool.
Transformers.
Green Lantern,
Right.
Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Superman.
So far, so good.
Batman.
Yes. How far you can keep going? All that stuff.
Hawkman.
So far, 1,000. You haven't named anyone who's not DC yet. It's very impressive. Good job. However, over the course of the last few decades, I guess, there have been a couple of other companies that put out a Batman toy that is essentially a transforming robot. So not a transformer in the strictest sense, but a transforming robot Batman. And the first one we're going to look at, I have two of them, all right? So if there's been any others, let me know. I'm not aware of them, okay?
Which is crazy because this guy has all of these different Transformers that are like specialty Transformers that are made based on movies and television. I cannot believe that there is not an official one.
Well, before the actual, what they call the Marvel crossovers that I mentioned, right?
Yeah.
There was a toy line, I think it was done by Toy Biz was the company.
Okay.
I believe Hasbro has the rights to Marvel action figures at the moment, all right? But prior to that, it was like Toy Biz was the company. I'm not sure if Toy Biz even exists anymore. I bet not. But Toy Biz had the license, and they put out what they called Marvel. I think they were called shapeshifters. I'll have to look this one up. But I'll put what's on the screen what they really were. But they were, Marvel characters that could transform into something.
Okay.
The most notorious one of this, I'll put this on the screen, was a Punisher one. The Punisher had an action figure,
really stupid?
And it wasn't the way it was intended to be, like when you were done. No, but there was a stage in the transformation process where right where the crotchal zone is, the barrel could come up.
It looked like he was ready to roll.
So he had, he could fire. If you transformed him part ways, he could fire bullets through his dong, so to speak. That's why these are not made for children.
Do you have that one?
I do not own any of those.
Oh, shoot.
But because at the time I thought they weren't Transformers, and I thought they were there was a couple of them that I thought were just kind of lame. Like Wolverine transformed into some sort of weird, like double rotor helicopter.
Yeah,
I think.
did his adamantium claws come out of his dong?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
there was a GoBot. There was a GoBot that flat out he turned into a crane. I'll put this on the screen too. There was a GoBot from Tonka that the crane arm came out of the crotchal region when it was transformed. So I'll put that.
Show it to one teenager.
Yeah, I know.
and it won't get.
I used to be a school teacher, and every time we were talking about ways to control erosion on beaches, one of the things that they can build is something called a groin. You can look this up if you want, all right? And so we couldn't get through that chapter without uncontrollable giggling the whole time, because the groin this and the groin that, and so
yeah, because it's junior.
So I gotta think either someone in the design room either knew exactly what they're doing, or they were completely tone deaf to that stuff. But anyway,
middle school kids can help.
So there's a whole subline of transforming Marvel figures that I don't own. But I don't, to my knowledge, these are the only couple we're going to show tonight that were DC. So there's been like DC Lego that you could probably transform in some way. There's been Marvel Lego you can There's this Marvel line that's out right now. I think it's ending though. Where it's like the Mech Strike or something like that. Where like there's like robots that the Marvel guys can go in, but not really Transformers per se. So it's a robot thing connection. But
Mech Warrior.
Yeah, Mech Strike, I think is what it's called. And there's like Dino Mech Strike too, where like they're dinosaur mechanized creatures that the Marvel guys can interact with. I don't collect those, all right? But
thank God we don't have a big enough house.
In the mid-20 teens, DC had sold the rights to sell toys to Mattel in the form of their Imaginext line. So Imaginext were made for toddlers, basically. Like slightly older toddlers, because they'd have some small pieces and stuff. So it wasn't like probably like
you say pieces that toddlers should.
Well,
not
that's what I
have
mean. So toddlers is probably a stretch. It's probably like from your 4-year-old to like 8-year-old type of.
That's even stretching.
Smaller kids, right?
Those kids are still.
And so they put out this one, and I picked it up because it was kind of cool. So this one here, it's like a bat tank thing, right? Okay.
Holy
and it's
crap.
got a remote control on the top. We're gonna push the microphone back a little bit, and when I turn him on, he powers up.
All right, that's pretty cool.
You can make it roll forward. You can.
Hello.
Oh, it's stuck.
I was gonna say it's gonna roll up.
It might be the batteries might be sort of like on that cusp where they don't fully listen to each anymore. But in addition to going forward, I had to turn it off a little bit. You can only make it do right turns.
Oh, no left turns, huh? No turns.
Then it can go forward. Yeah. Or you can make it transform.
Oh, here we go. Whoa.
So he's got these claws that pop out, and there's sound effects for that. On this, and the elbow can bend on this one, so we can do like that. This one, the arm is stiff, but it's got a gun that pops up.
So this is Imaginext, and this was
geared
to
so
4-year-olds.
younger kids, and me as like a 40-something-year-old did purchase it. There's a Batman figure that fits inside of here. It kind of transfers.
And this is an actual Transformer.
It's not an actual Transformer. It's from Imaginext.
It's in your head.
It was no. It's just I got it because it's Batman, who's one of my favorite superheroes, and it does transform into a robot. So I bought it for that reason.
It's not a Transformer.
It's not a Transformer.
Then why is it on BeerFormers?
Because you requested it.
I did not request this. I requested
we're getting
Batman Transformers.
Well, there's no Batman.
Do not blame
this one also has these firing discs. Well,
even though it's cool.
Yeah, that transforms it back.
I mean, that's neat.
It does fire these discs that come out of the top too, so we'll show it. See, I do collect some things that aren't Transformers. Well, I have Rock Lords and I have, the Battle Beasts and stuff. So this is just part of my collection. But yeah, it's not a Transformer in the strictest sense. Let's fire a disc. Ooh, so it shoots those. Don't let Ron eat that.
Sorry, everybody. This whole episode is a lie.
It's a lie. So he's got all sorts of lights and sounds and stuff like that. So Noelle, would you like to transform him back? Just press that middle button there.
All right, here we go.
You can see it transform back. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
so even though it's not a transformer.
Fun.
And a figure can ride on top of here, too. And again, it shoots those discs whether you press this button in robot or...
What figure would go up there if it's not Batman? Because he's inside.
You could put Robin in there, I guess, if you want to. Or Batgirl, Batwoman, if you don't, that kind of thing. Any of Batman's allies. Maybe Superman can wrap there temporarily if you want to.
Commissioner Gordon.
This came out also, and this is black and blue, as you can see. Later on, after I guess the show The Batman was on, where it featured a lot of red. They put this out where all the blue parts were red, and the bat symbol on the front here was more in line with the Batman. Almost like Batwoman. Really, if you know anything about Batwoman, it's more like in line with her. But this got put out twice. I only bought the one with the first that came out with the black and blue.
So the whole thing was really a remote control toy.
It's a remote control toy that can make it turn into a robot.
Oh, what did I just do?
You pressed the forward button.
Oh, okay. And do you see how the remote control looks like a batarang?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And the pegs on the back here so you don't lose it.
Oh my gosh, they did think of everything. Look at this.
A lot of little kids stuff. Yep.
Wow, that's okay.
So that's the first Batman transforming toy that I have. The second one I just got this year. This is 2024.
But it's not an official Transformer.
It's not an official Transformer. So we'll get to this one here. So we'll let Noelle play with this a little more because this one requires the actual transformation as opposed to that one being automatic. I was scrolling through Amazon looking for stuff to put on my wish list or flat out buy, and as the algorithm knows what you like, it popped this up that you might like this, and it was very clearly a Batman shaped robot, and it said transforming Gotham City Guardian thing. The current licensee for Batman, I'm not sure if this toy company has all the DC stuff, but for sure for Batman stuff is a toy called Spin Master, toy line called Spin Master, toy company I should say, called Spin Master. So Spin Master put this thing out. It's huge, as you're gonna see. And when this one is done, when this one has been sitting idle long enough, it just lets you know, hey, I'm still there. So I bought this thing, and as you're gonna see, this thing is freaking huge. You had to put it together. There was labels to put on it, so it was kind of fun to actually
it was a model.
Get it ready, a little bit like a model. It's got several play features, as you're about to see. This was the Gotham City Guardian.
When did you get this?
I got this back in February.
And as you showed up at our house, and I never even realized
You never even
it.
saw it? No, you don't come down here and like look around a lot, so you know.
That'd have been on our porch, right?
Yeah, but I get home before you, so. Mostly. She works in the city. I work close by, so yeah. So anyway, I paid Noelle. I paid like this thing is huge, and I paid less than $40 for it because Amazon will mark things down over time. I got this thing for a bargain.
Okay, so that is a bargain. I know because I get him toys for Christmas.
Here it is. It comes in two parts. Here's the first part. It's like a bat tank again.
Yeah, that sucker's huge.
So it's got like these big treads.
Move that microphone so people can see it.
We'll move it back a little more. He's powering down. That was the.
Thank you.
So
Thanks for letting us know.
So I'm going to show different angles here. So it's kind of like a bat. It's a Batmobile, I guess, but it's more like tank. It's got kind of molded in treads. And we'll go this way. Well, push that gold button there. All the way down.
Whoa!
It launches out a bat cycle, which doesn't transform, and I don't have another figure to go on it, but you can put a Batman.
But a figure does go on it.
Yes, a figure does go on it.
You know what
it came with a Batman figure.
Reminds me of when I was a kid. I liked G.I. Joe toys, and I had this thing called the hovercraft, and you would press a button.
And it launched like a little.
There was a little sled that would come out of it, and you could put Cutter.
That was the whale, right?
Yeah. So I don't remember that it was called the whale. I just remember it was the hovercraft.
And the whale stood for something, but I can't tell you what.
Me either. But I like the.
And G.I. Joe and Transformers have a long history of crossovers and stuff, and there are crossover G.I. Joe toys that I can review someday if you want me to also. But that's what all this thing can do. No electronics in this, but it rolls. It's got a big jet exhaust in the back, like the classic most Batmobiles have. It's got a button here on the back that's more for the transformation that's about to come up.
Ooh,
and this button here that launches the bat cycle. So we're going to put this one over here. Why don't you go take that one down all the way real quick? You've seen that. We'll leave this on the side. The other part of this that's pretty cool is this giant bat wing. Like almost from the 1989 Batman movie, all right? So it's a bat jet.
If it fell on your
head.
It
is gigantic,
how much
as you
does
can
it weigh?
see. Not that much. You want to hold it? Like 5 pounds? Yeah. It still would hurt if it fell.
That's about 7 pounds.
I think about 7 pounds. This one has all kinds of electronic features. I'll press the button up here. I'll let you press that button there. So it powers up the thing. So now the engine sounds. I'll press once too, and then we'll can take turns. Laser sounds.
We're shooting lasers right now. The lasers.
The lasers. Oop, that was part of the transformation sequence. All right, there we go. All right, so giant. So all these stickers that you see on the side to put on there, and there you can see the robot kind of peeking through on the bottom. We'll get ready to do that.
But there's like a figure up there.
Yeah, and inside is a Batman.
Oh, can I take him out?
Sure. He's pegged in, but we can get him out.
You pegged Batman.
No, I didn't. I pegged Batman into the cockpit. Something very different.
Ooh, he's got swivel arm action.
And he's got his arms partially exposed. Like Batman wore short sleeves in this figure for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
It's a summer uniform.
It's a summer uniform, yeah. So that Batman could go on that bat cycle if you wanted to as well. All right, so let's get right to this because this is going to be a gigantic video link. So a couple things about it. Since you got Batman out, that's cool. If I take the back here and I go ahead and pull on the engine, just pop it out. It does come out. It's part of the transformation. I'll hold it still. Don't be afraid. I have to wiggle a little bit or something.
Oh, yeah. It's not coming out.
I'll get it started for you. I know you guys are afraid about breaking stuff. We're going to pull it out. All right. So this becomes the shoulder cannon for the large robot. But in this mode here, you can pop this up. And it's like a mobile bat cave. It's got a bat computer in there. So Batman, you can pretend that Batman is...
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop.
Doing stuff in the
swipe right, swipe right.
Mobile uplink to the bat computer there. All right. So... to transform this now, Noelle, I'll get you started here. So, go ahead and grab the Batmobile.
I grabbed it.
Okay. So, you're going to press this button here on the back, this yellow one, and you're going to fold the legs up, down, basically. Nope, that's the feet, but that'll work too. You got to do that eventually. So, we're going to do both feet. Okay, you're going to fold the leg down. And all the way. It's going to go like that.
Whoa.
So, this is the legs, and the part of the torso, but this part here is going to get hidden.
Okay.
All right. So so you think this would be the front because it's got the bat symbols on it, but this is actually the back. This is the front here.
Okay.
All right.
It's not his penis.
No, but this is gonna be a handle you can use to carry it with when it's in transform mode. This might be too tall for our camera. We'll see.
It might be.
All right. So now you take this and you just kind of slide it on.
Okay.
To that. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
We'll do this
like
here.
This?
Yeah. So hit the light. Go ahead. Yeah.
I am. I'm hitting your lights.
When you do it right, it makes a noise. And he talks a little bit. Transformation complete. So now you want to unfold the arms. So you got to fold it up. Yep, and then unfold the hand, the fist part out. And there's sound effects associated with all these. Just pop it down like that.
Oh.
And then you can fold the arm back down. Yep. Same thing with that side. Okay. And now press that yellow button on the back here.
Transform to
And that allows this to come down. All right. So we'll back him up here so everybody can see the whole thing.
Whoa.
So there he is in all his glory. He reminds me very much.
Crap.
What is that, about 2.5 feet tall?
Yeah, that's
or
the
something?
size of a toddler.
Yeah, it's the size of a toddler.
You can put a diaper on that thing.
I'll hold over here so you can see a little better again. He's got sounds. You can press the button on his forehead.
online.
He says lots of things. No, you can go ahead and make him do all the noises if you want.
Just press all the buttons.
On his forehead.
Ready for transformation. Weapon systems online. Running diagnostic.
Is that supposed to be
Scanning for villains.
It's just a generic computer voice. It's not supposed to be anybody.
Connecting to Bat computer database. Alert. Defensive systems engaged.
I thought it was supposed to be Bruce Wayne. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Villains detected.
lame.
Wouldn't he give himself away if he put his voice on there? Everybody hears the Batman and go, hey, that sounds like Bruce Wayne. I mean, I know he doesn't talk necessarily with a different voice.
So is this supposed to be Bruce Wayne in a giant robot mech suit?
Yeah, because Bruce Wayne, or Batman, could still go in here.
All right.
You know, he can still put the figure in there, so he's like driving it. So it's more of like, it's not like a transformer that's a sentient robot. This is more of like something Bruce Wayne, a Batman, could drive
But
around.
this has
and
nothing to do with the actual Transformers universe.
No. Why is that so
Wow.
hard for you to understand?
I don't know. It's because I
You've mentioned
figured
this
if it was
3 or 4
in your basement
No.
that it would be part of the Transformers universe.
I got this because it's a transforming robot that happens to be
And
Batman.
it is
it's pretty
gigantic.
Cool. Pretty,
I can't
it's like
even.
keeping a kid on my lap here.
Yeah, I can't even emphasize how big this thing is.
If you're old like me, a child from the, I was born in the late 20th century.
Yes.
There was this toy line in the early 80s, right before Star Wars kind of came out, called the Shogun Warriors.
And
These
were they that size?
They were large. I think Shogun Warriors were about
Yeah.
the size, if not a little bit bigger. And I had several of those Shogun Warriors when I was a kid, too.
See-
They had all the firing missiles before some dumb kid got himself killed. and they had to pass laws that
and
we
I'm
can't
so
have firing
much
missiles.
younger than you, and I just don't remember the size of those.
Yeah.
Because I'm so young.
You're so young.
And you're so old.
It's hard being a trophy wife sometimes, isn't it? but, so,
I'm pretty sure my cousin Chris
because
had
of the
some.
price of this,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't pass this up, so I picked it up. So
I
it's
know,
kind of
that
a cool-
doesn't look pretty
kind
good
of a cool
deal.
toy. So lots of action, electronic
Yeah.
features. The bat.
What size batteries are in it?
No idea. It came with batteries.
Holy cow, you never changed the batteries?
I think it came with batteries. Now that I'm saying that, I can't back that up. So if I put batteries in, I
Something's
forget.
in it giving it power.
Well, yes, but I don't remember putting batteries.
It doesn't
in
have an actual allspark. I'm just
It
telling you
doesn't.
that right now.
And the AllSpark just provides the spark of life. It doesn't keep them running from there on after. They have
Oh,
to-
that's right. They have to have Energon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, Noelle. It's Bush League. so not a transformer, but two. Oh, and I said this was his gun, right? This
Yeah,
this
put
fits
that
on the
sucker on
shoulder.
him.
Kind of perch up there to be like a
Yeah.
shoulder cannon. So boom,
Could Batman like ride around inside his little mobile headquarters up
I
there?
guess, but it's wide open in the back. So if the Batman flipped upside down, Batman's gonna go shooting out. I guess.
Oh, Batman's not stupid. He'd hook on with the bat belt with his bat. I don't know.
The rope and the battery.
Yeah, what do you call those things where you hook onto
The
stuff?
grappling hook.
Yeah, his bat grappling
The bat-
hook.
the
He'd
bat-
be
is it-
fine.
It's called. I think it's probably everything's got the word bat from it, so it'd be the bat grappling hook. Or
How
the
about a
battling-
battling hook?
The battling hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like battling though, like you're fighting. So.
But he is all the time.
So, 2 Batman Transformers. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty. That I just can't get over how big
He's
that
so
is.
big, yeah. So he's like kind of the
He-
centerpiece when you come down here. Now.
It would probably beat our dog in a fight. It's so
He's on the
big.
floor and you can still see him.
I know.
Hey, little buddy.
That is large.
Yep.
Batman online.
Batmax Online.
Where does it live? It's
Back
not
in the
on a
back
shelf.
corner over there, because I don't
Okay.
really have a shelf that can hold that big of a thing. So he actually stays on the ground.
Does that mean
So-
we have to move?
No, I
So
don't
you
want
can
to.
get a shelf that's
Bring
big
the other
like
Batman
that.
up here, and we'll get ready to talk about our beer for the night.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, pick it up from the
Uh-oh.
treads a little bit.
There, here we go.
You ratcheted it a little bit.
Yeah, I ratcheted it. I'm gonna break all those toys. I'm so sorry. This is different.
Ah.
I did not know that these were not part of the canon though, Dave.
Yeah? You thought it was a legit Batman Transformer when you saw it.
did.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I misled you.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I just hope I didn't feel like I distracted you away from your actual purpose of this channel, which is to
No.
advance all things
No, I'll talk about anything in
Transformers
the collection. We'll talk about GoBots and
Well,
Raptoids
you know
someday, I'm
what?
sure.
We couldn't have picked a better beer for tonight because this beer that we have tonight is just silly. So, this beer is not from any brewery visited. Tonight, we're talking about Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. So,
No, it's not actually called that. It's just called Real American Beer, but there's an image of Hulk Hogan proudly
Right.
displayed in the front of it here.
So here's the story.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you about it real quick. Dave, why don't you pour us some? So we went to our favorite place to get beverages for the holiday.
Friar Tuck's in Eversville.
Yeah.
I think they're a chain. I'm not sure how extensive they are, but there are more than one Friar Tuck.
Anyway, I saw this guy. When usually, we like to get really flavorful, interesting beer that, you never find anywhere from
Like Christmas
breweries,
ales, things
that
like that.
aren't around here. But I see this dude walking around this box that says Real American Beer, and I'm like, Dave, I swear to God, I saw it's called Real American Beer. We got to find it because I'm like, I got to get this can for my collection.
So we were looking everywhere. We couldn't find it. We couldn't find it. So
Finally,
finally
I
we
had to
asked.
ask.
Yeah.
And they took us back, and there's this one little place, and I see it's Hulk Hogan. I did not know it was Hulk Hogan's beer at the time, but we picked it up, and here's the deal.
It's a light beer.
It's a light beer, and we'll taste it in front of you, and then I will tell you what it tastes like. But what I've been able to determine about it is that it's brewed by 3 different breweries around the United States. It is brewed in the United States, and it's also brewed by German beer law, so it only has the 4 main ingredients.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, water, yeast, barley, and hops. So that's all it has in it. So that's kind of cool too. But essentially, the deal is it's about the Hulkinator here. Merca. And it is very silly, but the can is amazing, and I'm excited to have it in my can collection. Why don't you show them the can again?
I'll put it up on the screen. I'll get a screenshot of this. But yeah, it's got the shield on it, Real American Beer. And it says, proudly serving the real American spirit. And on the top is Hulk Hogan back in like 80s style, the American flag.
So regardless of how you feel about Hulk Hogan then or now,
But we're kids in the 80s, and WWF at the time, wrestling was huge.
Yeah, it's an awesome can though.
So it's nostalgia more than whether or not we support Hulk Hogan's politics or not.
Here's the deal too, you can only get it in a few states right now.
Yeah.
And Illinois is one of them. There is a website that you can go to find out, can you get the beer where you live? You got to go there and find out. But we were super excited to get it. And it was our beer of choice for the holiday with our family. So here we go. Are you ready to tell everybody what it tastes like? See how it's just light golden? It's a light beer.
It tastes like a German style.
It tastes like Bud Light.
Does it?
Absolutely.
I don't know if about that, because Bud Light doesn't skunky like this.
No, it tastes like Bud Light. So there you go, folks. Okay. It tastes like Bud Light. I don't agree. Dave, I'm going to say it again. Hulk Hogan's beer tastes like Bud Light.
Okay.
So.
All right. I guess I don't need to drink enough Bud Light to know. So,
yeah. It was my beer of choice in college.
It's a light beer.
Yeah.
And it's so it's got the light beer characteristics. It's light in flavor, light in color, not very filling. Alcohol wise, I think it's only like 4 point something.
Again, it tastes like Bud Light. So
it's bottled in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Stevens Point, Wisconsin, St. Paul, Minnesota, and Clearwater, Florida, and Denver, Colorado.
Yep. So there's 3. From what I can find, they're very mysterious about it online. But if you dig around, you can find it, especially on Reddit. They love talking about this beer on Reddit. You can start to piece together its history, but. That's the deal.
Is Hulk actually involved in allowing his likeness to be on this in some way?
Yes.
Okay, he's got a quote on the side too.
Yeah. What's the quote? Read it.
All right. My glass now. It says, America is at its best when united. If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's the simple pleasure of sharing a beer. That's why we started Real American Beer, to bring people together one beer at a time. Hulk Hogan. So there you go.
That's awesome. Those are brilliant words from a brilliant man. Well, anyway.
So
there we go.
Real American Beer.
I know. With a Real American Transformer tonight.
Yes. It's not even a Transformer. So
that's what I'm saying.
Take with that what you will.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, That was fun, Dave. That was a fun
Cool.
little episode. Thank you for letting me have fun with that.
So because
that
this isn't a transformer,
yeah.
because this isn't a transformer, you're not going to find any information about this on tfwiki.net. You're not going to find anything on the basics on the Christmas Feely. But there are videos out there if you search for Gotham City Guardian Spin Master. You'll find videos where people review this and talk about it. The other people besides us obviously are reviewing it. As far as the Imaginext one go, I've not really researched that one. I'm sure there's videos about that one too. But again, it wasn't like anything that's been covered extensively because there's not a lot of like lore behind these two things. This big one we did tonight has clearly not been in anything other than this toy form. As far as I know,
you could put clothes on it and enroll it in preschool. But it's that large.
As far as I know, there's not been a comic book or a cartoon dedicated to this, or the one from
that toy could go to a pre-K.
Yeah, it could. It
could ride a bus.
So if you want to find more about these, just do your basic searches on Google or whatever like that, and you're gonna find stuff. So Spin Master, Gotham City Guardian, Imaginext. I can't remember the full actual original name of that, but Transforming Batmobile or something like that would probably be the good place to go. But so if there's any other Transformer you'd like us to talk about, or transforming style robot, since this is our first, well, this is not our first non-Transformer. The ones we did for Happy Meal weren't Transformers.
Yeah.
You weren't so surprised about that for some reason. This is really blowing your mind tonight.
It did blow my mind. I didn't expect that.
But let us know. If there's any Transformer you'd like to see, let us talk about, or Transformer about, let us know.
Yeah.
If there's any alcohol you'd like us to review that we haven't reviewed yet, let us know.
A beer or spirit, anything you want that you think would be fun for us to try. As you can tell, I'm kind of a magpie. I love awesome cans. And this can is amazing. It really has one of the best cans I've ever seen in my life.
It'd be awesome if they would swap this out with Captain America, because it would suit him too, obviously.
Oh my gosh, it would be. What if they did Marvel beer?
Marvel beer.
And there was so Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk.
Yep.
Who would be the fourth person?
Just like a single person, Thor. Thor would be great because Thor already drinks beer all the time anyway.
Oh my God, they should have Thor beer.
Thor beer.
That would be great.
Anyway, hit all those buttons. Tell your friends about us. We're trying to get those subscriptions up. We're almost at 250. That'd be amazing.
Boy, and it's been amazing. He hasn't stopped shaking tonight. You took his collar off. Our dog Ronnie. You've been loud
all night long. Yes, you have.
But
yes, you have.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching our videos.
What?
As we always say here, play responsibly, drink responsibly. There's our buddy. Here he is. Hi, buddy. Hello. And thanks for watching BeerFormers.
Thanks for watching BeerFormers. More than meets the eye.
Cheers again. Woo.